So what any wall represents is a division.
This border divides me from being an American and not an American, and like my parents crossed it.
I think that the concept of borders is the aftermath of colonization and what we've experienced throughout history.
The first thing that comes to mind is nationalism. The second thing that comes to mind is division.
Wars that are being fought overseas are the wars that rage within all of us.
When I think about the border itself, I think the only term that can come to mind is loss, is that I've lost family members at the border.
And thinking about these spaces, it also makes me think a lot about money and about capitalism and the corporations that are involved in profiteering off of violence.
But people don't get to see the hands behind the situation.
The wall resembles separation and occupation.
Let me think about this a little bit. Environmental destruction, because borders are completely arbitrary and often don't respect the biodiversity and ecosystem that they exist in.
Wall of words, aka fence phonetics.
I've heard that people need to go through the wall several times throughout one day, and just to get groceries or just to get things to live.
The waiter was telling us that his fiance lives in Mexico, and he goes over the border and brings her groceries, and she can't come over here, so he'll just go back and forth to see her, and he works here in the States to make more money.
Everyone who lives in Palestinian territory or in Israel is way too well acquainted with loss, and I think that needs to be more of a common ground that people come together on.
People are dying in the desert. I need people to know that. There are humanitarian aid leaders who go out just for the sole purpose to lessen the suffering and dying that are happening in the desert.
We went to a place where a border patrol in the U.S. side has shot someone in Mexico that's about 50 feet away, just because they were throwing rocks, and that was the reason because they felt threatened.
The media plays a huge role in dehumanizing who's on the other side of these walls.
But at the same time, it's also a creation of separation between people, because you keep thinking that the person that's on the other side of the wall is dangerous, is something it's a person that's going to harm you. And in many cases, it's just presumptions that people have. It's just because they don't know the other, or actually they don't want to take the time to know the other, or they just close their eyes and ears and don't want to get to know the other person and notice that we're all the same.
No borders, no boundaries, no obstructions.
No fences, no walls.